Welcome back, guys, to another What If NBA 2K17 video. In this one, we're doing the San Antonio Spurs. Now, you may be thinking, why the Spurs? That makes no sense. Well, you're going to see here why the Spurs. So we're going to be trading Tony Parker for, that's right, Chris Paul. There's a lot of talks about Chris Paul's free agency, coming up and what's going to happen if he does go leave Los Angeles. One of the many places that he may be going to is, in fact, San Antonio. So we're just going to do a one-season simulation just to see what would happen if Chris Paul was on the Greg Popovich Spurs. So this will have, Chris Paul do the bulk of the scoring, but that's it. So we just traded Tony Parker away to the Clippers. Not really anything exciting for the Clippers, but we're just gonna see what happens. See what's gonna evolve from it. See if the Spurs can do very good in the NBA. Now, if you haven't been following the NBA Finals, especially if you're a Cavs fan, it hasn't been very pretty for you guys. The Cavs are down 2-0 right now, and it is just not looking good. The Kevin Durant Warriors with Stephen Curry seem to be unbeatable, which is very dumb. It takes 4 NBA All-Stars to destroy freaking Warriors with, it takes 4 NBA All-Stars from the Warriors to beat LeBron's Cavs. It's just, fairly sad. So nonetheless, the Warriors are up 2-0. There's a possibility that they might actually go 16-0 in the NBA playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to lose one in Cleveland. But I still am going to hold true to my word and say that the Warriors in 6. Like I said, the first game was a key factor for me, and whoever, went on to win that first game was going to take control of the series. So all I know, LeBron needs to, him and Kyrie and Love need to figure out what they're going to be able to do in Cleveland when they come back. So we'll see how they respond to a 2-0 deficit. They're never out, though, because, as you know, last year with their 3-1 deficit, but this is looking pretty different from last year, though, because they've got 4 All-Stars. So we'll see what happens, as they're actually 34-12 and tied for the first record in the West, which is what I expected, because the Spurs are, without even Chris Paul, they'd still be a top 3 team in the West. So, and the Clippers are nowhere to be found with their addition of Tony Parker, which is, not surprising, but we're just going to see. We're now on a little bit of a losing streak now, which is not what we want. We want to finish with 40 wins before the halfway point, which is good. So we're going to take a look at the stats now and see what's going on. So we got Kawhi Leonard, who's averaging 25, 6.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Pretty good. And Chris Paul, the newest addition, is averaging 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's doing a little bit more rebounding than what he's, just a little, but whatever. And then Aldridge, their big 3, whatever. Well, he's just giving 12, 7, and 2. Meh, but whatever. So let's go ahead. Oh, and they don't want Danny Green getting more minutes. Oh, they want Jonathan Simmons. So we'll roll with this lineup, and we'll simulate the rest of the season. See if the Spurs can finish with the top record in the West and go on and win to that NBA Finals. So, it seems to be that Chris Paul is helping the Spurs indeed, but the next year when free agency starts up, I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge will be back, or who knows, but it's just fun to see, so it's not a big deal. As we're going on a nice little win streak now, I don't think we're going to get the number 1 seed, but the Warriors need to stop winning. Yeah, they clinched it. So that's okay, but finished second in the West. So here are your awards. Russell Westbrook wins the MVP, triple-double, not surprising. Embiid wins Rookie of the Year. Evans wins Sixth Man. Drummond is the defensive player. Jokic is the most improved. And Steve Kerr goes 60 and 22, which is good for first in the West. So here's your All-NBA first team with Westbrook, Harden, James, Antetokounmpo, Jokic. Second is Cousins, Leonard, Durant, Conley, DeRozan. Third is Wall, Curry, Davis, Griffin, and Drummond. Where's Kawhi? He didn't even make a defensive team. That's kind of shocking, but well, here we go. The NBA Finals is upon us, or the playoffs are upon us. In first round, we're taking on the Timberwolves. Just go ahead and simulate that round. That'll be a nice clean sweep. And we're versing the Suns. Shout out to Houston for blowing that series. Who the Sun? I don't think the Suns. Yeah, they're Bledsoe and Booker. Okay, this should be another clean sweep, or a 5-game series, or whatever. So here comes the big game. The Warriors and the Warriors and Spurs. Oh my God, you know they're led by their big four. So here we go. Let's see if we can do it. We won game 1, and they win game 2. We win game 3. We win game 4. They win game 5. Oh, we're about to. I thought we were about to blow that lead, and now we're taking on the LeBron James Cavaliers. Gonna be interesting. See what can happen in this series. They take their first game, and we take the second. They take game 3. Are they about to blow a 3-1 lead? No. They win the championship. But it's just fun to see what would actually happen if Chris Paul joined them. So their final stats of the year are Leonard with 25 points, Paul with 21, and Aldridge with 12. So not too bad nonetheless. But it's just a fun little see what happens if Chris Paul went. So leave a like if you guys actually did enjoy this video, and as always, the next one will be out very soon. Thank you guys for watching, and adios.